for me. Hello, welcome to King Learning. My name is Juan Sebastian Garcia, and we are in the Mobile Device Management Fundamentals. On this episode, we're going to look at the details of the architecture of a typical mobile device management system. In this case, we're looking at IBM Max 360. So basically with IBM Max 360, which is the greatest technology for MDM for years, we have a lot of good features. So we're going to look and discuss those features step by step. So first thing you need to know, we already spoke about it, is the IBM Cloud. We rely on the IBM Cloud, which is very secure. Now the second thing is that we're going to have clients. We're going to have iOS clients. We're going to have Android clients. We're going to have Windows 10 or Windows 11 clients. We're going to have BlackBerry or Mac OS clients or Windows 8 old devices. Now the bottom line is, no matter what device you're using, yes, we could protect that device. That's what's important on the MDM, how many devices I could support. Now the second thing is a management console. With the management console, you could pretty much have full control of all those devices. Now remember, those devices, there are multiple architectures, typically different hardware, but IBM Max 360 does a pretty good job in configuring them and tie them up for security reasons. Now again, if you're buying an MDM solution or you're paying an MDM solution in the cloud, just make sure you have all devices available. Now the other thing in the management console is you configure your policy on your own. You could configure anything that you want on your own. Anything like the apps you could download, anything like the Microsoft microphone or the webcam security, anything like a policy, what documents you could download or whatnot. Now the other thing we have under IBM Max 360 is the Cloud Extender, which pretty much is a service that you enable to connect to external services like Office 365 or maybe the email of Microsoft Exchange or corporate email. You could also configure it to enable Active Directory or LDAP and authentication. In other words, every time you boot up your phone, it's going to go to the IBM Max 360 Cloud, then it's going to authenticate to your Active Directory infrastructure. Now, same thing with BlackBerry Enterprise Server or certs. You could manage certs from the cloud. Now, other functionality that we need to understand inside Max 360 or any MDM is to have the capability of mobile app management. Because pretty much you could have third-party apps from the Android store. You could have enterprise apps from the Android store. So you want to make sure you take control of those. A lot of times where phones are being hacked is because they're downloading the wrong app. They are downloading the wrong APK. And that's pretty much a big problem, if either for a user or a business. Now the third thing we have on the MDM is the content management, how we manage the content. If we have an Excel spreadsheet that is really important, you want to be able to use the Excel spreadsheet but with security enabled. Now that security is pretty cool because any MDM will try to do it, but Max 360 does it better. They basically have enabled something that when you access that Word document, you could actually put in a password just to access those files. And on top of that, if you put in the wrong password, now I'm not talking the phone password, that will be the first password. Now you want to access a file or a shared drive, you put another second password. Now with that second password where you put it in, you could access the file. But guess what? If you put the wrong password maybe 3 times or 7 times, so how many times you want to configure it, then your phone gets blocked. And it'll shut down or it will wipe the phone. So it has a lot of good features for security. Sometimes this is important when you lost your phone or they steal your phone. you don't want your content to be available. So that's pretty awesome. Now the next thing is you want to make sure, and that's a feature that IBM has, the mobile and management of expenses. You can pretty much track how much money you're spending. And the fifth part would be the mobile threat management. In other words, IBM with the IBM Cloud has a lot of good features for security. So malware, threats, spywares, they're being blocked by the MDM. So think about MDM as a great technology to protect all your external and internal users that are using mobile devices. All right. I hope this was informative, and see you in the next episode.